You got your baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books. I am here today to announce that yes, Heidi and I are continuing with the Book Naturalist Book Club in 2022. We had so much fun doing it this year that we're going to do it again because it was just amazing. So Heidi is my friend from my reading life. I will link her below if you don't know her. Check her out. Definitely. But yeah, first things first. The kitten footage at the beginning was just a teaser. So if you're here for the cats, there's lots more of that at the end of this video. So, zoom down there. Anyway, Book Naturalist. So last year, well, not last year, this year was our inaugural year, and it's basically just a book club for nature writing, predominantly nonfiction, but we did slide in a fiction piece last month, actually, that was fabulous. So this year, we're going to do the same. Our first year, we really focused on diverse authors. So we traveled around the world and met all sorts of different people studying all sorts of different nature. And it was just an amazing experience. And we are definitely going to be repeating that. This year will look a little different. So we've talked about it, and we're going to go with that same diverse format in 2023. In 2022, we are going to do 100% women. So as we were working on the list last year, it's very niche intersection of, nature writing and diverse authors from all over the globe. And we found that it was hard to balance women as well. So this year we want to just focus on women authors. And we also kept coming up with the classics, famous women in the nature writing genre that we wanted to read, and we just couldn't do it all. So this year we're going to focus on women writers, and next year we'll focus on diverse writers again, and just go back and forth in that manner. I think that way we will cover just all of the ground that we want to cover. Yes, so exciting. So anyway, half of the books this year are those classics, the women in the field who kind of pioneered the way, and we're really, really excited about it. So was there anything else I needed to? We're gonna do it on YouTube the way we kind of did the second half of the year. We'll let you know if we get back on Instagram again, but for now, just keeping it simple and reading the books and talking about them here on YouTube. So let me just dive into the books. I've got most of them here already. I have a few coming in the mail, and a few that I haven't found yet, or they're not. We got a couple new releases on this list, which is exciting. I think they're all nonfiction with the exception of a poetry collection, and I think one fiction, yeah. One fiction, a poetry collection, and then the rest nonfiction. So, I guess, I don't know if I should do this in order that we're reading them, or no, I think I'm gonna just do the classics first, and then I'll list them in the description box below, the order that we're gonna be reading them in, so you'll have that. But I'm going to talk about the classic authors first, and then the rest that I already have, and then the ones that I'm still waiting on at the end. That's how I'll do it. Yeah. So, this is coming, right? Rachel Carson. Okay. 100%. So the first four that I'm going to mention are authors. And with those, we're going to kind of do pick your own book from that author that you would like to read. So for example, with Rachel Carson, I think Heidi and I are both going to read Silent Spring because neither one of us have. Like, unbelievable, right? So Silent Spring for sure. And then, like, if you guys didn't hear Britta Bowler and Heidi gush about Under the Sea Wind, I don't know where you were, but I can't wait to read this, hearing them talk. So I will actually be reading 2 of Rachel Carson, and this is January, by the way. I'm going to try to read both of these. Heidi's going to read Silent Spring, and then she will also be reading, I think that this is a quartet. I think this is a series. So I believe that she and Britta will be reading the second in this. So any Rachel Carson that you would like to read. And then Jennifer Ackerman. This book was really popular a few years ago, The Genius of Birds. And I think that Heidi's already read this one, but I think she's going to read, there's one about the seashore by the same author that Heidi will be reading. So any Jennifer Ackerman, but if you'd like to read the ones that we're reading, I'm reading The Genius of Birds, which Heidi's already read and will, speak of again. And she is also reading the one about the seashore birds. I'm not sure the title, but she's putting out her book Naturalist video today as well, so you can check hers out and see what she's reading. Then let's see, Robin Wall Kimmerer. So Heidi and I both read this last year or the year before, and it is just fabulous. So highly recommend that you read this one. And I'm sure we'll talk about it again when we get to it. This actually is for November, for Indigenous Heritage Month. But Heidi and I will be reading Gathering Moss, which is also put out by Robin Wall Kimmerer. So either of those that you'd like to read. And then this, let's see, Carson, Ackerman, Kimmerer. Okay, the fourth choose your own is Mary Oliver. So Mary Oliver is the poet. So there's just a lot of poetry collections, and I think they're easy to pick up here and there. So you may have one on your shelf already. So we kind of wanted to open that up to whatever you had available and wanted to read. So Mary Oliver, I don't actually own any yet. I'm probably going to pick up Upstream, which I believe is her essay collection, and then Devotions, which I think is one of her more well-known poetry collections. So anything by Mary Oliver. So those are the 4, like, choose your own from those authors. And then additionally, classics that we wanted to read were Jane Goodall in The Shadow of Man. This is another one that she has several books out, and you could pick any from Jane Goodall's collection. However, Heidi and I haven't read any Jane Goodall, so we'll both be reading this same one, in The Shadow of Man. And then I had never heard of this author. Heidi recommended this one and has read this before. This will be a reread for Heidi. Terry Tempest Williams, The Hour of Land, Personal Topography of America's National Parks. So, like, I love me a national park and a state park, so I can't wait. This one, unfortunately, is December, so I'll have to wait a while, but, I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. So those are our classics, nonfiction at least. We're also going to be reading Annie Dillard's Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. This is our fiction selection for the year. Okay, so those are all the classics. Then we have, for Black History Month in February, this is another one that Heidi found, Undrowned, Black Feminist Lessons from Marine Mammals by Alexis Pauline Gumbs. So that sounds super interesting. And that's another thing that we tried to focus on this year. Besides the classics and the female authors, we tried to touch on like a lot of the animal groupings. So primates, marine mammals, insects, birds, fish. Okay, we've got the fish next. These are just a couple that Heidi and I both have on our shelves and wanted to get to. So March is my birthday. Spineless, The Science of Jellyfish and the Art of Growing a Backbone by Juli Berwald. And I think that this is a genre style that's popular in nature writing of late. The nature writing / memoir combo. So there's that one. And then this, I think, is the same idea. Why Fish Don't Exist, The Story of Loss, Love, and the Hidden Order of Life by Lulu Miller. So we'll be reading 2 in March. And then those are all the ones I have in my house currently, but there are a couple more months in the year, so a couple more books here. And these are the 2 that aren't published quite yet. So in May, we'll be reading Small Bodies of Water. And this one, I believe, is a New Zealand author. And it is the winner of the 2019 Nan Shepherd Prize, which is a prize for underrepresented voices in nature writing. So like, that's exactly what we're doing here. And many thanks to Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventures. I think it's Melanie Martin now, for that suggestion. So we're going to read that in May, and it is being published in February. And at least here in the States, it may already be available in the UK. And then Thin Places. So last year, we read a lot of books from Milkweed Editions, which is a great indie press that does a lot of nature writing focused works. So I checked their book list again when I was working on our selections for the year. And they have Thin Places, which is set in Ireland, and it sounds amazing. It's another nature writing memoir combo, and it's being published in April. So yeah, super, super excited. We hope some of you will join us again this year. This was just the highlight of our year. So yay. I think that's it. I'm going to list all of the books in the chronological order by month in the description box below, as well as Heidi's channel. Check her announcement out as well to see, what she'll be reading if there's different titles than mine. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the kittens. Bye.
Oh, goodness. Just give it up, Momo. It's a good day. It's a good day. Oh my gosh. You two are so cute. You're so cute. So cute. What is this? goodness. Did you hide your toy under the tree?
Did you get it? Did you get it, Momo?
That's Momo's toy. Not today, toy. Is it intermission? There it is. Oh my gosh. You lost it, Mama. Chicky. Oh. Mama, what's happening? This is exciting. You're such a funny girl, Chicky. I mean, she's been nonstop obnoxious this morning.
Momo got some good kicks in though.
Oh yeah. Momo's got some moves.